I don't think we've had a chance to welcome you to Baltimore. What have been your impressions since joining the Ravens a couple months ago?
Great environment, great team, like vibe, a lot of hard workers, a lot of good players, great organization overall.
People were talking about you coming here for months before it actually got done. I mean, why did you ultimately? Why did you want to be here?
I mean, I like the fit, I like the defense, like the culture, like the organization. I mean, a lot of really good players to compete with, guys to learn from, a great locker room, great organization. Like, I just felt like it was a good fit for me.
Is there anything in particular that stood out about that fit in those conversations you had before you signed?
Just watching the film, seeing how those guys play, seeing the kind of locker room those guys have. You got guys like Marlo, Marcus, Rowe, Patrick, Dafe. I mean, this list goes on. On defense, then I mean, you got probably the best player in the league in Lamar. So I mean, it's just a great situation for me, I believe.
What stands out to you about the personalities in the DB group?
A lot of different personalities, but everybody's like comes in, with the right attitude, hard working, competitive, tough, skilled, and everybody's like competing, everybody's trying to get better. So, whenever all of us are competing, we're all getting better. I mean, that's great for the group.
In terms of your role, do you expect to be on the outside mostly, or is that yet to be determined?
I'm just going to do whatever they ask me to do. I'm not sure right now. I mean, I'm working mostly outside now, but, things change.
Do you have a preference or one you like over the other?
For myself, I've been playing outside, my first 4 years in the league. So, I mean, I probably prefer to be out there, but like I said, we'll see how it goes.
Statistically, it looks like you, especially in last year, playing at the top of your game. Do you feel that you're, even in this long in the league, that you're playing at the top level right now?
I feel like I've, put together a solid last 2 years of ball. In 2021 in Indy, then 2022 last year in Vegas. I feel like I put together, a decent 2 years. I just want to keep getting better, though. I don't want to become complacent at all. I want to, that's one of the reasons I wanted to come here, play and learn from, guys like Marlon and his coaches, guys that got him to the place where he is, so I'm trying to, learn and continue to ascend.
Denard Wilson came in Baltimore with a nice reputation from Philly. What kind of stood out to you about your impressions of him and what he's kind of taught you?
His knowledge of the game is like outstanding. Being around him, just the small things, in the meeting rooms, and then like out here on the field, even after practice, I mean, you can hang out with him for 5 or 10 minutes, and you just talk ball with him. I mean, you feel like you learn so much in such a short amount of time. So like I love being around him. Him and Chris, their wealth of knowledge is like amazing.
Rock, you have such an interesting name. I didn't Wikipedia, but could you explain as Rock your real name and Yasin?
Rock is definitely not my given name. My given name is Abdurrahman Ibn Ramadan Yassin. It's an Arab name. I'm actually a Muslim, so obviously we have Muslim names. But Rock came about in high school. Abdurrahman is like kind of tongue twister, a little bit hard on English speakers. So I had a coach, man. He couldn't get it for nothing in the world. So he ended up just calling me Rock, and I mean it stuck all the way till now.
Rob, when you're pondering your options where to sign, did you call any former Ravens, current Ravens, to kind of confirm your feelings about the place and the culture and whether that's the place you want to be?
Well, I was in Vegas last year with Anthony Everett. So, we talked about, the culture here, the guys, the locker room, all the time, like and you know how it is, when you're teammates with a guy and you're playing on the other side of a guy. We talk about the places you've been, and so I had a good idea of what Baltimore was like.
There's been a lot of talk about the wide receiver group here. I mean, in terms of the guys you matched up with over the last couple weeks, who stood out to you?
I mean, they're humming, man. They're playing really well. Lamar's getting them the ball. Snoop's getting them the ball. Nelson's looking great. Odell, obviously. Sean Ryan. I mean, Wallace, Pro, Duve. I mean, they all look good, man. They're running really good routes. They're being coached well. They're competing. They're taking the ball out the air. So, it's iron sharpens iron out there. So, as they get better, we'll get better. As we get better, they'll get better. So, I mean, that's always good for the team.